Hello and welcome to Angry Andy Reviews, and this is my review for The Rings of Power Season 2, Episode 6.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy. Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews. Angry Andy Reviews.
Don't make me destroy you.
So, we are coming to the climax of The Rings of Power Season 2, and it's clear to me that there are moments in this show where you get a sense that there actually is a fairly decent show beneath the surface, somewhere lurking in the dark, and it's a bit disappointing really if that's the case, when the potential is quite clearly there for all to see, and yet it squanders the good story, the legitimate characters in favour of just dreadful mistakes and the squashing of the timeline, the dreadful lifting of dialogue from other sources within the universe, within the writings. It just slips away. It absolutely slips away, and you couldn't help but think of what might have been. And I think this episode encapsulates that perfectly for me. There are some really good moments in this episode, mostly surrounding Anatar, Sauron himself, and Celebrimbor. There is a particular moment where Sauron casts a particular illusion over Celebrimbor. Celebrimbor hears, I'm already jumping towards the end of the episode, Celebrimbor hears the screams and the shouts and the chaos outside as Adar's forces start to attack Eregion, and he reacts, he starts to hear things, but at this point Sauron is desperate in the show for him to complete the rings as it is, because we've buggered up the formation of the rings as they were meant to be created in terms of what comes first. Fuck knows why they decided to do that, but they did anyway. So Sauron is desperate for Celebrimbor to finish the rings, the 9 rings that are still outstanding in this story. And in order to do so, Celebrimbor's going to react to these screams and the shouts. As he exits a door, he's confronted by a peaceful, lovely city, completely engrossed in light and harmony. Everybody's having a lovely time. They're all enjoying themselves. Everyone's very happy. And it's that kind of moment where I think this show has completely mishandled this deception that Sauron is putting upon Celebrimbor. If we'd have had more moments like this, I would be able to believe the deception, the falling apart of Celebrimbor's mind, that he's being plagued by illusions and visions, that when he is presented with the unabashed truth, that he completely collapses, as we get in the stories themselves. But no, here it's just one really good scene that doesn't last very long, but it paints the perfect picture for how the deception should be working against Celebrimbor. Why they haven't done more like this, I don't know. Why they have slowly fitted away over fucking 6 episodes to get to a point where Celebrimbor's mind is starting to fracture completely, I don't know. It's almost like they wasted too much time on these other little side characters, like the other elven smiths, when really they should have been locking themselves away and playing with this idea of seduction, playing with this idea of illusion, as I say, and playing with power, passion, and deceit right the way through between them. You could have had some really, really great scenes, great moments, if they just slowed the fuck down. But no, I mean, here with this, if anything, this whole relationship between Celebrimbor and Anatar, Sauron, seems oddly rushed. It's bizarre, especially when we're spending so much time with other characters, wasting time there. And I can think no greater than looking at what's happening in Numenor. We're just trudging through time and wading through sewage in that story to get to a point where we should be observing, a mighty civilization falling. But I digress. Once again, this episode falls on the trope of utilizing dialogue from other mediums, and here, unfortunately for me, we are given a very short scene involving the stranger Gandalf and Tom Bombadil, and Tom Bombadil presents him with a challenge: go out and find your staff in this cave of wonders, if you like, and see what you can find, see if you can come back. It's pretty much a fucking carbon copy of the bastard scene from The Empire Strikes Back when Yoda says, that place, that's where the dark side resides. If you go in there, whatever challenge you face, you'll bring back alone and only you can see it. It's literally this. They're literally cutting from The Empire Strikes Back to put in to the Rings of Power. But anyway, so in this sequence, the stranger's like, well, I need to go and find Nori and her friend whose name escapes me because I don't care about these characters. And Bombadil absolutely fucking butchers the line, many that die deserve life, some that live deserve death. And it comes across as so, oh my god, just...
Many that die deserve life, some that live deserve death. Who are you to give it to them?
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
It doesn't sound right at all. It doesn't sound right. It doesn't have the intonation, doesn't have the gravitas, doesn't have the meaning behind it. What are you saying here? What is this? I mean, originally that line of dialogue was from a section in the book where they're discussing the Shire, a conversation in the Shire about all matters. The film moved it to inside Moria, where they're talking about Gollum, and it fit the bill because it meant something later on in the story when Gollum takes the ring for himself and falls to his own death. It's oh my god, they've just completely miscalculated the meaning behind that line, the meaning behind that sense of dialogue. And here it's almost like saying you shouldn't be saving people who can't be saved, although they're not worth saving. What are you on about? What is this? I don't get it. Fucking hell, I don't even know what the fuck you're trying to say with this. I really don't. Oh my word, but what a fucking mess of a delivery. And yes, you know, the fact that we're still playing this game of not Gandalf is ridiculous, especially when there's the mention of the secret fire and all of this. My word, you're playing for a twist and a shock that doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. We all know who this guy is. Just let it go. Just stop. And we flitter again in this episode between loads of different characters once again who are either shortchanged or barely interesting. The whole sequence in Numenor is dreadful. You know, I really struggle with this because I struggle with Numenor because this is supposed to be Al-Farazon, the last king as he is. He's supposed to have this grand army, powerful leader who again is brought down by somebody convincing him to go through and worship Morgoth. But no, here, all these people, all the Numenorians just come across as bigots. And that doesn't make me care about them. It doesn't make me care about their conundrum when they are corrupted, when they fall from grace, because there is no fucking... There is no grace to these characters. They're awful fucking people. So I don't care about Numenor at all. I've said it before, I'm saying it again. I don't care about Numenor. The same thing could be said with Arondir as well. And again, we're supposed to have this idea that the orcs are not all terrible people, and we get a really brief, laughable scene where a couple of orcs are running away saying, well, I don't want any part of this fucking war, and then Arondir comes up and fucking butchers all of them without giving them a chance to go, no please, we don't want any part of it. He just fucking murders them. So you're painting the elves as being incompetent murderers who only care about their own narrow-minded view. What is this? What is this story you're trying to tell? And then we go to Adar and Galadriel, who they're trying to almost ship a relationship between the two of them, and it doesn't come across at all. I don't understand. I don't not that I don't understand. I understand clearly what they're trying to fucking do, but I don't get Adar himself. I don't see what he brings to the table. It's actually creating a disservice to the rest of the story because we have spent so much time with this for no real reason. The siege of Eregion, it came way fucking after. So what on earth are we fucking doing? What is this supposed to be? It's muddling, it's jumbling, it's making a mess of all the fucking stories. And again, the same thing. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care about Adar. I really don't care about fucking the orcs because we're not supposed to. We're not supposed to, and I'm not going to get into this whole argument about orc families and whatever. Fine, you know, they have to breed somehow. Yes, it was never really fundamentally explained, but they have to breed somehow, so I don't really care. But it's a shame because I think the actor playing Adar is doing a really good job. I just don't care about the character because I know he means nothing. He means absolutely nothing to this at all. All the rings were dealt with. They were all built and formed by the time the city fell. Sauron had already fucking left. He'd gone to Mordor. He came back, and then he decided to fuck things up. So, what even is all this? And it's for me, it's that attempt at some sort of relationship and understanding between Galadriel and Eddar. There is no fucking way on this earth, in any of the writing, however any interpretations you could have, where Galadriel would seriously consider joining an alliance with Adar. There is no fucking chance. Absolutely no chance. And again, it's unfortunate because there is a good moment where Adar is going into the depths of Morgoth's crown, which is a little bit ridiculous, but and then we have the name drop of the Silmarils, and it's interesting. We're like, okay, this is stuff that you probably should have been playing with all along, but no, instead you're focusing on trivial tripe stories. Like I said at the top of the review, there were moments in this episode where I almost felt like I was watching something that should have been. And that is more disappointing than anything. We're coming into the last couple of episodes of this show, and my God, they should have been doing something like this much earlier. They should do away with some of these characters. I'm not sure what Arondir was doing. I can't remember the story, and that's the problem. Like this season, it's only been playing for a few weeks, and I've forgotten what certain characters are meant to be doing. I can't remember where Isildur is. I don't know what he's doing. What is he supposed to be doing? I'm lost. I'm confused. What happened to him? that's not me being facetious. I genuinely can't remember what happened to him because it wasn't the last episode. It was the episode before. Somebody tell me in the comments what actually happened to Isildur, because I can't remember. Did they get kidnapped?
Stupid boy.
Jesus Christ. And then fucking Gil-galad doing whatever. We haven't seen Elrond for ages. It's jumbled, it's messy, it's all over the place. They're juggling too many balls, they're spinning too many plates, they're trying to pull too many rabbits out the hat, and it's all coming apart. It all feels jumbled and messy and inconsistent. And a lot of that is by the sheer volume of characters that simply don't fucking matter. I don't care about the Harfoots. I don't care about Arondir. I don't care about Numenor, and I fucking wish I did. I really wish I did care about Numenor because it's the most interesting part of all of this, and it's falling away to nothing. But there you go. We end the episode with the Siege of Eregion starting. Sauron walks off. There's a wry smile on his face as the chaos and carnage is unfolding around him. I have to admit, the guy playing Sauron, Charlie Vickers, I think his name is, I really warmed to him. I think he is doing a really good job at playing this mild deception. I prefer him to what he was playing in the first season. You know, I didn't really like that character at all, but again, it's part of the deception, isn't it? So fair play, Charlie Vickers. You're actually getting me on board. You're actually getting me on board, and I wish there was a better story here. I really do, because I think there can be and there could be something good to come of this. But at the moment, it's still spinning its wheels. It's still spinning its wheels. It's juggling too much, and it's just not coming across very well. Stop using lines of dialogue from the films, from the books, and giving them different meanings, because it doesn't work whatsoever. It's like quoting Shakespeare at a fucking theme park. It doesn't fucking make any sense, so stop fucking doing it. Right. But that's it. That's all I've got to say for this episode. My word. We have a couple of episodes left, and hopefully, I mean, we're going to get some action, I think, going forward. So I'm guessing, like I said in the previous review, the blinkers will be on for a lot of people because the action, my God. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see how far they go and what they choose to do. But there we go. The formation of the rings are almost here. Where they go next, well, let's see how they cobble that one together. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts on the Rings of Power. Are there things that are coming out that are making you think, fuck me, this could be good, fuck me, this is good? Let me know. This is only my opinion after all. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know. Tell me why. Let's discuss it. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Like I said, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.